Heather, piano and voice teacher here at Conservatory of the Ozarks, and I'm joined today by my talented student, Rowen. And so this is kind of like, when I first learned my first Italian song, my teacher, Mrs. Ruffin, told me, this is Italian by the seat of your pants. And so that's what I'm going to tell you now. Do you want me to write it here on this on the pages of your book, or do you want me to put it in your assignment journal, some notes? Here? Okay. So R's in Italian are going to equal a rolled or flipped R, always, like this. Can you do that?
No.
We'll try. Can you really not roll your R? Can you do a little roll? So try to this week a little bit. Most of the time if people start practicing trying to roll their R's, they can. But if you can't, there are some tricks. So when you have an R between two vowels, like that one is not a good example for. there may not be a good opportunity in this song to do it.
I swear there is.
But if you have one R between two vowels, you can make a D sound, and it'll sound pretty convincingly like a flipped R. So like here, you could think of saying dorma, dorma. Can you say that?
Dorma.
Dod. Think of saying a D instead of an R. Dodma, dodma. But do it fast. Dorma.
Dodma.
Dorma. If you do it even faster, you can try thinking of that. So like, I'll put here, imagine D, a D sound if you need to. But we'll work on that. Hopefully you can get it. I did have one student who never was able to roll her R's, and for her senior recital, we made it work. And then Haley, if you're out there watching this, you know who you are. And then we have the vowels. So I's. Have you ever taken Spanish class?
Yeah.
The vowel sounds are the same. So I's equal E. And so we want to, for singing, always have the tip of the tongue against the roots of the lower teeth. So E, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you try making an E?
E.
But see how I am putting a lot of space between my teeth?
Mm-hmm.
E. And now look at your mouth. E. And see how my corners come together more? E. Now look at your mouth and try to E. Can you try saying it just like that with the same shape that I have? E. See how your corners are spread out more than mine? Try to bring your corners in. E.
E.
Pretty good. Pretty good. It's tricky. E is the hardest one. And then O's are going to equal O. Oh. So in English we say oh if we slowed it way down, but we're just going to freeze in the first half of the vowel for an open vowel. Oh. Oh. So your lips look like an O shape. So see if you can match that shape and sound.
I think I've done it before.
Let's try. Oh. Oh. As opposed to oh. Do it that way one time.
Oh.
Oh. That's English. We use diphthongs, which means two sounds. No diphthongs in Italian, just open vowels. And then A's make an ah. Ah. Can you make that sound?
Ah.
Ah. And then E's make sort of somewhere between an like EH, and A from English, like an AY sound. A.
Eh.
A. And see how far apart my teeth are? A.
Eh.
And the corners of your lips can always stay like in this track where they would rest naturally, rather than going E, like spreading out really far. And if anything, if you can think of bringing the corners closer together for like oh and ooh, it will help you separate your teeth and create more space in your mouth, which is good. So A, I should do them in order. A, E, I, O, and then U is the other one. That makes an ooh. Ooh. Hmm? Ooh. And bring your corners together. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. And for all of these, remember to keep the tip of your tongue against the roots of your lower teeth. So that means with the tip of your tongue, you can feel both gum, the top of your gum, and the bottom of your lower teeth at the same time. You feel tooth and gum. And that's where your tongue stays for the whole vowel. Do you feel that? And then for the D's and T's, we have to do something called dentalizing in Italian. So if you say t or duh in English, you can feel the tip of your tongue hit on the roof of your mouth right behind your upper teeth. So try saying t, duh, t, duh, and feel where the tip of your tongue hits.
T.
Duh, t, right behind your teeth.
Yeah.
And so your tongue, the tip of your tongue is only touching the roof of your mouth, no teeth at all, right? So for Italian, we want to touch the teeth. And it's almost like saying the. Can you try saying that in English? The. So your tongue is like touching your teeth, right? It's not quite that far forward, but it's like almost there. So like the, ta, the, ta. Can you try doing that?
The.
That's a little too far forward because you had a the. We went the. The. I'm
trying to memorize it all.
It's a lot to remember, but I think those are the main ones we should think about this week. So, just the R's, the D's and T's being dentalized, and then the open vowel sounds. The biggest thing would be if you can roll or flip all of your R's next week. So let's try, like, can you say tre instead of tray for the first syllable? Can you say tre?
Tre.
Tre?
Tre.
Yeah, that's better. Tre, gio.
Jo.
And then you have an R again. Giorn, giorn. Can you do that?
Jorn.
Giorn. Giorn.
Jorn.
It's hard. But do you think you understand what to work on, though? Do you have any questions? Okay. Yeah, the diction is